Sweet. We're going. Play some music today. Sweet. Alright, got music today. Let me just post this. That's nice. So today basically we're going to be doing we're going to continue on. Here's where we are. We've got it cut out and masked out and have like this really nice mask. Let's see what else we got. What else is going on here? I haven't looked at it, but I did tinker around with it a little bit from yesterday. Let me just edit my profile so I have this link in here. Internet. Okay. Let's do this. So let's take a look. So yesterday, we did all kinds of fun stuff. We had the night hyperlapse. Let's see. Let's clear this cache. Yeah, that's probably fine. Got some lo-fi from Artlist going on today. And let's edit. All right, so what we want to do, let's just see what's going on. Okay, perfect. All right, so this is going to be our bottom layer. Perfect. So what we're going to do now is we're going to animate these buildings up, and they're going to come from the ground. And in order to do that, so this is, yeah, so that's the base. So let's just go ahead and press P for position. Let's keep it here. I don't know how long we want it to be. Let's see what is going on. We have too much stuff on this base. So I must not have. Okay, I know what I did. I know where I'm at. All right. Sorry about that. So let's talk about what we're doing here. We're basically separating all of these different layers. Let's turn the base off. Okay. Boom. So we have these 6 layers. And what we're doing is we're using it to separate the building. And as you can see, one, we've rotoed it out, but we have these masks and they're just animated on this path so that way they can connect. And all I'm doing is going to the next layer, duplicating it, and adding another mask and intersecting it. So we'll just finish that up. I think we just have 1 or 2 more to go. So we'll duplicate layer 6, turn it into 7, go to the mask path, and if I just duplicate mask 7 and turn mask 7 into subtract, now I can just simply shift and down arrow. Look at that. Boom. Keep my mask. And all I'm going to do is just make sure that, get rid of this guideline. Boom. Boom. And boom. And just keep going to these little second markers and do the same thing. So I'm just going to go down 1, 2, 3. Boom. 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 Easy. Go to the next second. Look at that. So you can see it's not like super crazy to do all of this editing. We can just 1, 2, 3. Boom. Okay. Let's take a look at that. Sometimes the mistake that you can make sometimes is you're just rushing and you're going so fast that you forget to line up the masks on the right window. So we're just making sure as we go on that we have the correct thing masked out. Boom. That looks good. Do we have another section that we need to do? Or are we good? I don't think we need to do that. But what we do need to do, actually I'm realizing, is still duplicate this, turn this in, and what I might want to do is honestly just turn all of these masks into subtract, and it'll leave that base part. So now I have a new base. Let's just call it 8 base. So I might not even need to keep this layer. So we're just going to turn it off actually. Okay. Interesting. What just happened? Trying to figure out why. So this is the base layer. What's going on? So sometimes these happen while you're editing. Let's turn that off. Turn this on. So this just looks like 7, and this looks like the 8 base. Okay. Yeah, whatever. All right, so now if we grab all of these, turn them on, we can go ahead and start with our animating. All right, we're good to go. So let's just say, I don't know 100% know, I'm kind of winging this. We're just gonna make sure that our position is a second. I think a second for it to kind of animate, maybe like a second and a half. And now we'll just bring this all the way down. Let's figure out where our building is. Okay, perfect. So we'll just bring all of these down to below that. Perfect. And now we want to have these cover up everything. So perfect. And let's just kind of see how that looks. Let's change this song. So if you're new to the channel or you're just checking me out, my name's Scott and I am a time-lapse hyperlapse content creator based out of Brooklyn, New York. Me and my wife have a couple of channels. One's called Your Brooklyn Guide, where we talk all about New York, and then one is called Bobo and Chi Chi, that we've been doing since we lived in South Korea since like 2014. And yeah, this is a trip from Grand Rapids, Michigan, and we're trying to make all of these little hyperlapse, these buildings grow. Okay, so I think that looks good. Now, obviously, I have all of these different buildings. Obviously, I have them all like sectioned off, so I want to do something a little bit better than that. So let's just have this go up to, you know, we're gonna copy this one. We're gonna bring it here, and we're gonna have it overshoot. And so let's just have this. Okay, so we gotta just turn you off. That's fine. So we're gonna have it overshoot, and then kind of like come back down. And then we're also gonna probably easy ease all of these. Easy ease out, so it just kind of like slowly comes up and kind of has some speed. And we probably want this to kind of easy ease as well. So we kind of want like this motion where it's coming up really fast, and up here is where we're going to start to have a little bit of fun. So I think this top one, you know, it'd be kind of fun if it was like gravity kind of stopped the momentum like around here. So maybe I'll just do like shift and hold up 1, and on this one shift and hold up 2, shift and hold up 3, shift and hold up 4, shift and hold up 5, shift and hold up 6, shift and hold up 7, shift and hold up 8, and something's wrong. I don't think I was shifting and holding up all those times. Let me do that a little more carefully. Boom. Okay, so we eased up. Okay, so 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, so it kind of goes out of the frame, so we might have to adjust this. But let's just kind of see how that looks. Wow. I don't know. That's kind of fun. Maybe that was a bad approach. So what are we gonna do here? We're gonna grab all of these. We're gonna copy and paste them again. We're gonna try that over. So maybe I'll start from the top. Maybe that's a better approach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1. 1. Okay, so maybe it's like how does that? It doesn't like look right. So it would like. I wish I had like some. It would be like. Let's see. How would you do this? So if we had a bunch of books. And we lifted them. Yeah, what would happen? I'll look in the mirror, figure this out. Well, we don't want that to happen. Okay. This is probably not the most scientific way. Alright. So, what is happening? They're like kind of falling. So they all go above, and then the top ones just don't fall as fast. So they all go to the same height. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, this is how it goes. Okay, let's just try this. So they're all gonna go to a same height. So how high should it go? Let's think this about. Okay, so let's just think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. So now, so we want boom, boom. I'm just kind of like playing with these keyframes, and then let's just extend these ones to like that. I think that's going to be how we change the velocity. And then let's just go ahead and ease that and see. Let's see how it goes. See, this is kind of new. I've never really done this before. Well, I've done it one time. Let's check it out. Easy ease in. Okay. Let's see how that worked. Not quite. So I think let's just bring that in, make it faster. It's like, it doesn't have enough oomph. It's kind of getting there, but there's something cool about that, but there's also something not cool. And I don't know what it is yet. I might not figure it out. Well, maybe we'll try something on the other one I'll learn. Okay, so that's cool. We kind of have these, but like a building wouldn't have like a gap like that, right? That's weird. You wouldn't just see the bottom of it. And I got this plugin because I thought it would be so cool to do exactly this, and it like adds the texture to it. So you just put in slices, but I haven't gotten it to work yet, but I think that would be really, really fun and make it a lot easier. But hey, it is what it is. So now let's go ahead and add the bottoms to these. So it might be easier if we start up here. And I'm just gonna go to layer, new, and solid. Now I'm not exactly sure what color this building should be. Like, what do you put? Just make a white background? So they made it black. Should it be blue? Like what would a building be? Like steel? It's gotta be gray. All right, we're just gonna go with a gray solid. So let's just do a solid. Yeah, sure. Have a little bit of blue in there. Okay. And we want to go underneath here, and let's just make a little mask. You know, whatever, doesn't have to be perfect. So that probably needs, okay. So the question is, how big does it need to be? Whoops. Probably not that big. Probably just like afford to be like a little sliver, huh? And can it just be flat? All right, so we're gonna try this again, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with a lighter gray. So we're gonna do solid. We're gonna make this much lighter. Okay, we saw some blue in it, that's fine. And we'll see why in a second. So boom. All right, so we got that. And you know, I think this part is throwing me off a little bit. I'm like not sure, do I need to make it have a little thing? Like, does it, how does perspective work? Okay. That like doesn't look right. What is it about that that's throwing me off? Whoops. That's, you know what? That's what we're doing. We're just gonna do that. So now what I'm gonna do is add a new layer, a new and an adjustment layer. And then I'm gonna go to curves and yeah. Let's get rid of this. We don't need it. Layer, we're going to curves. And I'm going to bring this down quite a bit so we can have like some texture. And then I'm going to mask it out. It's like, whoops. So that way it has like a little bit of texture to just that. I'm not worried about having an impact on the building yet, because I'm gonna fix that towards the end. And then, so these are all tied to number 1. So in theory, this should work to where it just follows the animation perfectly, yeah. So that's really simple. And I just have to duplicate that process a bunch of times. And then I'm gonna have to stack 2 on top of 1. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's nice. All right, so I just gotta repeat that a bunch. So we'll do the same thing for 2. I'll choose a spot where it's a little higher. And you know what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna see if I can duplicate these and bring them to 2, parent them to 2, and then just nudge them in a spot. I might have to adjust this mask, but I think this is gonna be a much quicker way of dealing with this. And then, you know, maybe that should be a little thinner. That should extend. Let's bring this to full. So I think that's going to be pretty simple, and we can build that out pretty fast. Let's just see if that worked. Boom. Yep, that worked. So now if I add, so you'll notice like this is obviously on top of the layers, but it's okay because I'm just going to go through this process one by one. And now if we add 3 on top, you can see we don't even notice it. Like look at down here, you don't see the layer. We still see the curves adjustment, but let's actually make sure that we know how to do that. So here's curves adjustment 1, and I really just want number 7. Okay. So what am I doing? I want this layer to only affect this. So I want a track mat, but I can't have it. So there must be something I don't quite understand. So did that fix it? But I want that on. So let's see, did that fix it? Just a little bit of learning. Whoops. Okay, so that made the layer invisible. There we go. So that looks like it's just affecting it, right? Yeah, it's not affecting the building. That's good. Okay, so we figured out the recipe. So it is, we grab the adjustment layer. We make it, for number 4, a pale gray solid. Boom. Then we have to just turn it back on. And perfect. Okay, so that'll be easy. Let's just see how that's looking. Cool. Having a little base here. Now you can see that, huh? Why can you see that? You shouldn't be able to see that yet because why? Because they all should be going at the exact same speed. So there shouldn't be any separation yet. This is when it starts separating. So why are we seeing this? Why are we seeing this? Let's find out. Because 3 doesn't extend enough. Wait, what? Because 3 doesn't extend enough? How did that happen? Or is it just right there? It doesn't extend enough right there. No, it's not there either. Is that a problem? Oh, the joys. The joys of figuring these things out. All right, I only got 20 more minutes before I gotta make lunch, but I thought I'd get further. Isn't that the story of life when you're editing? Okay. I don't want to have to do that. There's got to be a simpler way. There we go. That's what I want. I like that. And then fall back down. So why isn't that? Why? I mean, that works, but it's not going as simple as I wanted it to. Boom! Alright, well, I think that's good enough. So let's try this again. We're going to start over. Layer, new, solid. Let's just see. I don't like how purple it is. I feel like it's easier to see up here. Okay. Oh my god, that's why. Because it just has to be below 2. Don't you? That's it. Okay, easy. Alright, sometimes you're bozo. Alright, so here we go. We just need to, let's duplicate this adjustment layer and bring it over here. But we want it to affect number 4 this time, but not erase it. And voila, now we have some gradient. Cool. And we also want to parent these to that. And let's just make sure. All right, we're cooking with fire, but why is that? It's just because. All right, Scott. See, it's easy to get tripped up if you're like, there we go. Okay, okay. It is a little easy to get tripped up. So we're just gonna go boom, move that down. Let's go to the next one. Yeah, looks good. And then parent that to 4. And this has got to go to 2. And then I got to bring it back. Right? Man, it does get complicated fast. Just trying to undo and see what I did. Okay. Because that looks good. That looks right. So that's where I want it. So these just need to be parented to 4. But then this needs to be, yeah. There we go. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. Every time I think I understand exactly the process, the recipe, I'm getting there, but it's a little cumbersome. So now one thing that I'm realizing is I don't really like this layer. I want it to be shorter. I want to be able to see. There we go. I like that. I might have to keep tweaking with that. But I like being able to see the edges. That's what I'm learning, what I'm realizing as we go along. Okay. Yeah, that's looking good, right? Look up. Boom. Let's see if we can finish this. This isn't the most interesting video, I don't think. I gotta figure this format out. Okay, so let's bring 5 to the top. Let's just bring 5, 6, and 7 up to the top. Okay. Bring this up to 5. And now let's just bring these down. And fix this little layer. La 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 la. So I'm actually getting ready to go to Jacksonville tomorrow and Amelia Island. And I wanted to see if I can get as much of this done, but I just don't realistically think I'll be able to finish this before that. But I am having fun doing this edit. Boom, 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 boom. This needs to go to you. Cool. Now let's duplicate it again. And let's just go to 6. And let's go ahead. So yeah, this is going a little faster now that I understand what I'm doing. Ah! Boom. All right, we're kind of flying now. Let's go to 7. Bring this to 7. Bring these down. I feel like perspective-wise, these would start to get a little flatter. Like that maybe. Okay. And then we could bring this down to our last one, which is 8 base. Bring it all to the top. Bring these. And okay, now this one's really interesting. Not a big fan of that. Okay, so as you can see, there's just obviously it is a hugely different shape. So we're gonna have to kind of do that. And now our feather, our mask could obviously be very different. Like, I don't even know how to. So I'm just gonna bring a mask like this with the pen tool and just doot. Does it even cut through? Like, and then maybe like, this way. It's gonna have like a shadow, like from that ledge. And then what, should that also be a little shadow? This is where like this isn't necessarily my skill set, but whatever. Let's just call that a day for this particular thing. We could always adjust it later. So look at that. I think that's kind of nice. And obviously, let's just remove some. Whoops. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just go ahead and say, just for the sake of this, let's just cut this out, subtract, so we can kind of see what we're doing. Boom, we have the building kind of come in. Ah, it's still hidden. Oh, because the roto. What do I want to do? Let's get that. Ah, come on. All right, well, let's just look at it like this then. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure I like how it looks, but it's good enough for now. So let's just say, like, where does this end? Boom. There's an easy way to figure this out. Let's go to 1. P. Boom, it ends right here. Okay. So now I just have like an idea of where it ends. End transition. Okay, so I can just like see that at a quick glance. So now I want to do the similar thing to the rest of the buildings. So you know what that means? I got to cut it all out. Let's just turn off the solo on all of that. Base. Oh, that was from when I tried it earlier. Just in case the developer gets back to me, I have this as a layer, and I don't have to redo everything. Because apparently with this plugin, let's see if I pull it up. Apparently this seems pretty cool. Is it an extension? Apparently what you do is just something like this. And I like that seems perfect, and it should do all the work for me. But my guess is it doesn't work on moving masks. But we'll see. Anyhow, getting back to it. Where are we wanting to choose from? Oh, okay, we have this building cut out. And I guess I'd want to do the same thing to that building, right? So let's just solo it. Now the one thing I really don't like about the current one that I'm working on. So in this, in my mind, I'm gonna be saying we're gonna, okay, like this. We're gonna have the building come up, and then it's gonna separate, and then when it launches, it's gonna start that day to night transition. So it's gonna come up, crash down, turn the other building, and I want the other building to have a little bit of an effect. Like a little bit of wiggle from, what am I trying to say? Just spit it out, Scott. Actually, there's one other thing I want to do real fast. I want to show you this cool thing. It'll be fun. We'll do that later. We'll do that later. I'm all over the place. Okay, let's get back to it. All right, so we got this building cut out, and now it's a circle mask. So let's see, how many layers do we have? We have one, two, how many panels? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So I don't want to have it so small like I did on the other one. So let's do 21. Let's do 5. So that means there'll be an extra one up at the top. That's fine. And let's find out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're just going to cut right here. And it looks like there's a little groove. So this one's going to be a much more in-depth mask. But we're going to do it. It's going to be fine. We're going to get through it. And so, like, this is where I'm just like, you know, if we're going to have AI, why can't it do this kind of stuff? Like, this is the tedious, not so fun and exciting thing. So, boom. Why don't we see... Oh, it's because there's a roto. Alright, so I got to duplicate this. Let me cut that mask out. So if you... What I learned the hard way is if you have a rotoed building, you can't draw a mask around it. But I don't want to get rid of it just yet, just in case I want to make some tweaks. So I'm just made a separate layer. Building cutout. And then let's just make it like purple, so that way I know. All right, and then I can just type back that mask. I just pasted it back from earlier, and sure, boom, mask path. I'm gonna come into here and just wiggle it into position. You know, super exciting stuff. So I don't know how interesting this is going live on these edits, especially because there is a lot of just kind of winging it and problem solving as you go along. Each one kind of has its own unique little things. All right. Whoa, I am confused. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, so we do it on the fifth one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Wow. That's. Boom. Blah, 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 blah. This one is all over the place. Let's make this color a little bit easier to see. All right, so is that the right one? Yeah, it is. And voila. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the one that we're gonna cut off. It is changing a lot. Wow. Man, how do you even figure that one out? So I guess you just bring, whoops. Now I guess, I'm hoping, I'm really hoping that because I tracked the same stuff the same way from last time, like from the building, that this should work on both day and night. Need a faster computer. Yeah, that looks good. That looks like it's cut off pretty dang well. Okay, so I'm gonna stop there. But one thing before I let you go. If you made it to this end of the video, I want to show you something. PowerPoint. I'm currently working on a project where Megan and I, we go around and for TBEX, there's this conference that we go to for travel content creators. And we talk about licensing photos and how to charge, how to go about the conversation. And one of the things I want to just kind of talk to you guys about is we use this software. It's called PhotoQuote Pro. I'm basically in the process of turning this whole thing into a self-guided course that we're gonna give away for free, and you'll have like different templates. I don't know if I'm giving it away for free or what I'm gonna do. Maybe it's gonna be an email, but basically, it's gonna have different templates on how to go about having these conversations with destinations, and how much to charge, and some different pricing tools. So the one that we use is PhotoQuote Pro, and here you can I'll just give you like a quick look. You can see if you use it, it'll tell you how much to charge for a editorial print in a visitor's guide. You know, if they're doing a small press run for a quarter page, and you can see all of these different examples. And we're gonna be, I basically have shot like a full video. It's like an hour long, and I'm breaking it up into little sections so that we can go in like 5-7 minute installations and kind of see what these different things are, how to come up with contracts, how to see, you know, some of these things have known image restrictions like this, And yeah, it's pretty in depth. And some different contract things. And so if you have any questions about that, please let me know. And if there's anything that you like are particularly interested in learning about these edits, please let me know. I'd be happy to kind of bring that into these kind of live videos as I'm doing edits anyway. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.